Halloween is basically what dominates the horror genre when it comes to holidays. You have a bunch for Christmas as well, but here are 12 Christmas movies for the 12 days of Christmas that you have to see that you might not have seen. Some of these you might have, some of these you might not have. We'll kick it off with one that is a gigantic continuity error. For the first day of Christmas, you can watch Maniac Cop 2. Yes, the first movie is set around St. Patrick's Day. This movie is very obviously set around Christmas time, which completely breaks the continuity because this is supposed to be set right after the events of the first movie. But the Maniac Cop is back from the dead and stalking the streets of New York once more. Officer Matt Cordell was once a hero, but after being framed by corrupt superiors and brutally assaulted in prison, he sets out on a macabre mission of vengeance, teaming up with a vicious serial killer to track those down that wronged him and make them pay with their lives. It stars Robert Davi, who's from Die Hard, which is a Christmas movie. It stars Claudia Christian. It stars Michael Lerner, Laureen Landon, Leo Rossi, Robert Zadar as the titular Maniac Cop, Charles Napier, and Bruce Campbell in this one. Obviously, Bruce Campbell's not in it for very long, but yeah, it's a sequel to Maniac Cop here. This is the beautiful edition from, Blue Underground. A great 4K edition of this movie. And yes, okay, for the people out there, it might not be exactly a Christmas movie because it's a continuity error from the first movie, but you know what? It counts. You can start off your Christmas on the first day with Maniac Cop 2. Next up, you might think that this movie is set around in the summertime, but that is Night of the Comet. It is set 11 days before Christmas, so for the second day of Christmas, you can watch Night of the Comet, and you can enjoy this film for what it is. It is an amazing 80s horror flick with a lot of humor, a lot of good effects here, some kick-ass action scenes, and basically it's about a comet that buzzes by the planet, and everyone's celebrating its arrival. It's a huge deal, and the comet starts turning people into zombies. It's either vaporized everyone or they're zombies, and there's two girls that are left, and that's Samantha and Regina, and basically they go about their lives with this new zombie plague running rampant. It's an excellent movie if you haven't seen it. It's not as Christmassy as you would imagine, but it does get the job done, especially being set around Christmas, and that's Night of the Comet. You can get this excellent release from Scream Factory on Blu-ray with the DVD Combo Pack Collector's Edition that does come with a bunch of special features as well. So an excellent second day of Christmas movie here with Night of the Comet. Third, we have one that's not set really around Christmas, but it does have some sort of Christmassy vibes with the winter. On the third day of Christmas, you can watch Abominable. And yes, this one has some horror legends in it. It has Lance Henriksen. It has Jeffrey Combs. This one comes from MBD Entertainment, one of my new favorite physical media companies out there. They just had an excellent Black Friday sale. The disc art is a little lacking, but it is their MVD Rewind collection, and this does come with the DVD as well, and it comes with a little poster, so that's cool. They do come with plenty of special features, so what they're lacking in disc art, you get with special features. But Abominable is fairly recent if you haven't seen it. This one, it's about an abominable snowman. It's about the Sasquatch, basically, here, the Yeti, stuff like that. Creatures that live out in the mountains. So you go up to your cabin, it's snowing, and you get attacked by the abominable snowman. This movie is awesome. It has some horror legends, like I mentioned before. And, you just can't really go wrong with this one. And it is a beautiful, beautiful high-definition transfer on Blu-ray here from MVD, and so go check out Abominable if you haven't seen this one for the third day of Christmas. For the fourth day of Christmas, we get a new age Christmas horror classic, and that is Krampus, and this is the naughty cut from Scream Factory. This is the 4K that they did. If you have not seen Krampus, it took me way too long to see Krampus. It took me until 2 or 3 years ago that I saw this movie finally, and this movie is amazing as a Christmas horror film that'll teach you, basically be nice to your family, be nice to everybody, and, Krampus might not come after you. This obviously comes with the 4K and the Blu-ray, and this one stars Adam Scott, David Koechner, Toni Collette, and it's directed by the same guy, Michael Dougherty, that did Trick or Treat. So this movie is excellent. If you like Trick or Treat, it's a nice companion holiday classic with that film, this time with Krampus and Christmas and all of the stuff that goes on with the Krampus myth and all of that. This one is truly, truly excellent. I wish I had seen it earlier, but I've seen it now plenty of times. The naughty cut is excellent as well. It does add some meaningful stuff to the film over the normal version. If you can't find the naughty cut, the normal version is perfectly fine, but that's the best version to watch. This 4K is truly excellent. Grab it from Scream Factory this holiday season for Christmas. On the 5th day of Christmas, you went out and you watched Werewolves Within. Another one that is not exactly a Christmas movie, but definitely has Christmas vibes. And it feels like getting locked up with your family like we all do with Christmas. Werewolves Within is based on the video game. It stars Sam Richardson and Milena Vaintrub. Hope I'm pronouncing that one right. She's the AT&T girl. She voices Squirrel Girl in Marvel Rivals. She is excellent in this film. This feels a lot like Knives Out, but with werewolves. That was the best part about this. It does come from director Josh Rubin, who is awesome, who's doing Heart Eyes next year, one of my 10 most anticipated horror movies of the 2025. But this one is excellent. It came out in 2020, just under the radar, basically, or 2021. One of the two. It came out under the radar. It didn't even get a premiere because of the COVID-19 pandemic. But this version from IFC Films is just like the normal studio. It's excellent. It has the movie. It's a nice quality transfer. This movie is so good. I recommend it to anyone watching it any time of year. You can watch it for Christmas time and get into that winter wonderland spirit. But I recommend Werewolves Within wholeheartedly. It is so awesome. The twists and turns and the different characters. It's really well written. Just a really, really great werewolf movie, a really, really great video game adaptation, and a really, really great winter Christmas time movie for you to watch. On the 6th day of Christmas, you watched Silent Night, Deadly Night. Yes, one of the movies that kicked off the entire holiday sort of horror movie stuff. I know there's Black Christmas, and there's ones that came before this, but I put this one on the list along with its sequel, Silent Night, Deadly Night 2, because, well, these are great, and they're excellent companion pieces to one another. They are hilariously bad at points, but the acting, in the second movie, it's garbage day, and then he shoots the guy. You can't get much better than that if you're looking for some holiday cheer to spread around. Why not get into a crappy Santa outfit and go kill people? These two versions, I believe that they're getting in, they either have a 4K edition that's coming from Scream Factory that's already out or coming out. You can get the excellent Blu-rays as well here, both collector's editions, and they have 2 discs. Lots of special features here. Lots of special features here for the sequel. If you haven't seen these two, if you've seen this one but you haven't seen the sequel, whatever, you got to see both of these. You got to see Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 1 and Part 2. And, it's got one of the most iconic posters of all time. This movie kicked off a panic among people. People were trying to get it banned. They successfully got it taken out of theaters. Silent Night, Deadly Night 2 goes more of the traditional slasher route. Caused a little bit less controversy, which is crazy because considering that it came out 3 years after this one. And then in those 3 years, people just got used to Santa Claus going around and killing people. But check out Silent Night, Deadly Night 1 and Silent Night, Deadly Night 2 for Christmas. On the 7th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me Jack Frost on Blu-ray from Vinegar Syndrome. This movie is all about a killer snowman, if you couldn't tell by the cover here. But this one comes from the 90s. It is just absolutely insanely, hilariously fun, I would say. Is it a great Halloween? Is it a great Christmas movie? No, but it's a great horror time that you can watch with your friends or family this year for Christmas. This edition from Vinegar Syndrome does contain the Blu-ray and the DVD, so you get both of those. An excellent, excellent, hilarious take on Jack Frost. This came out around the same time as the Michael Keaton movie in the 90s, so you can check this one. It does star Shannon Elizabeth from American Pie if you like her, but just a great one that ends up with somebody killing a bunch of people as a snowman. That's basically what it is. If you need any more than that, you don't need me to tell you. Go check out Jack Frost for Christmas. We got a holiday classic in Gremlins. Yes, Gremlins. People forget about this movie, that it is a Christmas movie. But yeah, Gremlins. There's not much I can say about this one that hasn't already been said, besides the fact that there is no disc art, and it's in these crappy, eco packaging, whatever. But Gremlins, this is the 25th anniversary edition on Blu-ray. This is a great, great version of this movie. I'm not sure if this one's out on 4K or not. Let me know in the comments if it is, because then I need to upgrade. But this one does have some special features. It does have 10 minutes of additional scenes, a making-of featurette, 2 commentaries, a photo storyboard gallery, and of course the theatrical trailers. If you haven't seen Gremlins, what are you doing? It's Joe Dante. It's Steven Spielberg producing. It's got Zach Galligan. It's got Phoebe Cates, for people that like her from Fast Times at Ridgemont High. It is an effects masterpiece for the Gremlins and for the Mogwai and for all the creatures in this film and all the stuff that they're doing. It's wild. It is absolutely wild. This movie is insane. Gremlins 2 is great as well, but this one takes the cake for holiday Christmas movies. Check out Gremlins if you haven't this holiday season. On the 9th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me a copy of Terrifier 3 that I don't have. I don't own Terrifier 3 yet on Blu-ray or 4K, but you can check out the box here. And Terrifier 3, well, it's a Christmas movie, and it features Art the Clown going around killing people. It features a final confrontation of the ages between Sienna and Art the Clown, and it's a great slasher movie. Now, the Terrifier films aren't for everybody. There's a lot. They're a lot. The first movie, the second movie, the third movie will take the cake with slasher kills, gore, all of that. If you love that kind of stuff and you haven't seen it, you need to go see Terrifier 3, especially because, well, it is a Christmas movie. It has Art the Clown dressed as Santa Claus killing people, and it just captures the meaning of the season. Figure that with what you will. Terrifier 3, an excellent, excellent addition to your Christmas horror movie marathon that you're watching. On the 10th day of Christmas, I gave you 3 movies for the price of 1. We got Silent Night, Deadly Night 3, 4, and 5. Yes, these might not exactly have a continuation of the Silent Night, Deadly Night series. One of them does feature Mickey Rooney, who famously came out against the first movie and then decided to star in the 5th movie, The Toy Maker. This excellent, excellent edition comes from Vestron Video. You get all 3 films here in one package for quite a cheap price. This was not a very expensive Blu-ray. You know what? If you haven't gotten the digital code, there's the digital code. Go ahead and pause it. If it's been redeemed, I'm sorry. But yeah, you get the 3rd movie, the 4th movie, and the 5th movie here, all with the same disc art, which is kind of lame, but, you know, they're not going to commission a whole bunch of new art for Silent Night, Deadly Night 3, 4, and 5. Are they better than Silent Night, Deadly Night 1 and 2? No, they're not. Are they just as filled with holiday cheer? That's up for you to debate, but these 3 movies, they are some... I can't get the slipcover back on. Good God. Don't you just love that? There we go. These 3 movies, after that little pause, these 3 movies are, you know, a lot of people haven't seen these because they see the first 2 movies and then they forget about the series and they go on and they watch Black Christmas and they watch, you know, all the other movies that people know and love that are horror movies from this season. And I put these 3 on here because they are little known, to, you know, only the best, biggest of horror fans for Christmas horror fans know these 3. So check out these 3 if you want more out of the Silent Night, Deadly Night series, and you'll get some Christmas cheer with it. On the 11th day of Christmas, I gave you Deep Red by Dario Argento. Yes, this is one of the best examples of Italian giallo filmmaking, and it is from Dario Argento, the maestro of that genre, the basically shining example that we all can look forward to with this genre. And it's about a brutal axe murder of a woman in her apartment. This guy Marcus races to find the perpetrator and just barely misses him, and goes on as basically a private investigator, amateur private investigator, trying to find out this bizarre web of murder that's going on. It is a wonderful score from Goblin, and it is just a massive, massive achievement in the giallo film genre that is a Christmas horror movie. Go check out Deep Red. Check out this wonderful edition from Arrow Video as well that does come with a reversible cover, all that good stuff, and you will get one of the best Italian horror movies out there. So go check out Deep Red if you haven't seen it, because it's an awesome one. What's the finale here we've got on the 12th day of Christmas, December 25th. You got to watch Violent Night. It might not be necessarily a horror movie strictly, but it does have some hallmarks of it. But you can't go better than David Harbour dressed as Santa Claus. going around killing a bunch of guys, and John Leguizamo is the villain, you know, chewing up scenery. It's got Beverly D'Angelo from the National Lampoon's Vacation series. So it comes from the people that did Nobody and John Wick. It is a bare-knuckle, brawl-out, cold, dark comedy, horror, whatever you want to call it, filled awesomeness, like kind of like Die Hard, but with Santa Claus. And you get some great special features here as well, some deleted scenes, making of, feature commentary, stuff like that. This is the 4K. I think there was a special edition of this that came out. I'm not entirely sure. Here's another digital code if you'd like to check that one out and see if it works. If it doesn't, go ahead and yell at me in the comments. But if it does, congratulations, you now own Violent Night. Comes with a 4K and a Blu-ray as well. But Violent Night, I saw it 2 years ago. I'm seeing it again for this holiday season. And it's just one of my favorite new sort of Christmas classics to watch. If you need one and you want something that's a little less horror, a little more action, go with Violent Night. It is an amazing one. So that's it. 12 days of Christmas. More than 12 movies. You got your money's worth with this movie marathon. Let me know in the comments what your favorite holiday Christmas horror movie is. I know there's definitely some that I missed here, but these are all amazing. Thank you for watching. And if you like this video and you want to see more, here's some horror movies that people don't talk about enough that you need to watch.